started to take clothes apart and put them together, and that's really how I started.
Joelle Fontaine is the entrepreneur, curator, and designer behind Crayolle.
I like to say that I didn't choose fashion, but fashion chose me.
This is probably one of the pieces that I like most this season.
In 2022, Joelle opened a boutique in Somerville's Bow Market to showcase her own clothing line, alongside intentionally sourced jewelry, home goods, and accessories, many of which are made by women.
If they're able to become entrepreneurs, find ways to be able to sell their goods, they can control their destiny.
Joelle was inspired to build her business after visiting her native Haiti after the 2010 earthquake.
These were people that were experienced and highly notable in their artistry, but they just didn't have a means to be able to sell their goods.
Now, Crayolle provides a platform for artisans from all over the world.
The pillows, the blankets, the accessories, they come from artisans in Haiti, in Bali, in Ecuador, so it is essentially a melange of cultures.
Joelle's entrepreneurial spirit is largely inspired by her mother, Yolette, who ran her own boutique in Haiti before moving to the United States.
At 16, she was given a passport and $500 from her eldest brother. She's the second of 5 children. And she really took that and started to travel to Panama, buying merchandise, coming back and reselling them.
The mother-daughter duo also worked together on Joelle's clothing line.
This is a crop bouffant blouse. It's so much beautiful texture, right? It has like a little bit of silk, a little bit of raised velvet.
And you don't see this everywhere, which
No, you don't. Everything that we don't do more than 5 pieces of an item. So this is very much slow fashion. We really care about the quality of the work.
Unique, wearable works of art.
The journey has been really exciting. It's been a long one, but we're learning every bit of the way, but we're just excited to see what's to come.
For busy mom of 2, Rachel Shifter, necessity really is the mother of invention.
I decided to take matters into my own hands, and I taught myself how to sew through YouTube, ordered some products off Amazon.
At the peak of the pandemic, the owner of the Parlor Salon and Spa in Framingham was styling her own hair at home, but struggling to make it last.
I would sleep on that blowout and wake up the next morning and it would be gone because of sweat, bedhead, knots.
Determined to find a slumber-friendly solution, Rachel sketched out an idea and assembled a prototype.
I knew that I needed my hair to stay in one position, and I knew I needed some format of a scrunchie to hold that in place that wasn't too tight because it can be damaging to your hair.
From fantasy to fabrication, Sleepy Tie was born.
Wrap the arch around the ponytail, and then you want to wrap your hair around the arch. And it just so happened that when my hair stayed in this position, it also allowed it to have a little bit more of a curl and a little bit more volume. So not only was my blow dry lasting, it was getting better.
An endorsement like that didn't go unnoticed for long. Sleepy Tie sold out at pre-sale and again 4 more times.
We went viral on social media. On TikTok, we had over 300 million views, and that changed so much.
Fortunately, they felt poised to handle the success. In 2019, she and her sister/business partner, Carly Rubin, launched The Agency, a content marketing firm that helps build brands.
Sleepy Tie has personally changed my life in a very drastic way. I no longer do my hair in the morning for work. That's not an exaggeration. I literally take out my Sleepy Tie and I go to work. That has saved me 30 minutes. As a mom, that time is priceless.
A precious commodity for any woman that she can get back with her eyes closed.
It just makes me feel proud to see the reach that Sleepy Tie has and the way it helps people.
All right, Sleepy Tie continues to expand. Now comes in 3 sizes, multitude of colors. I guess it works for people with long hair. They need to come up with one of these for men.
That's what they say. And Crayolle left their location in Somerville, but you can find their products online. Crayolle is the dialect that is spoken in Haiti. Joelle, growing up, wasn't allowed to speak it. She could only speak French. So the name of the company is almost a tribute in her attempt to reclaim part of her identity.
Oh, that's lovely. Up next, standing on top of the world.